Back again with another YouTube video, and this time I'm gonna show you my most recent comics single issue pickups. I recently started to sort of collect these type of number ones from Image, the gold leaf variants and the silver leaf variants. I pick up those covers that I kind of find good looking and nice, and of series that I kind of enjoy as well. And in November, December, and now in January, I recently picked up these books: Maestros, Redlands #1, Witchblade #1, Gravediggers Union #1, and Rose #1 as well. All these through my local comic shop, Comicsheaven in Stockholm, Old Town. But enough about these. First off, we have Batwoman issue number 11, paging Professor Pig. I kind of enjoyed this issue. It's a one-shot issue in between story arcs. I like the artwork. There's a killing spree in Cairo, and Batwoman is looking for Julia Penworth that's gone missing, and you see how she gets taken away, and you get to see some tourists that's been taken away and into an undisclosed location, sort of. Yeah, it's a one-off story. Enjoyed it. Then we have Bloodshot Salvation, issue number 5 by Jeff Lemire, Luis La Rosa, and Miko Sayan. And Diego Rodriguez, I guess, is on colors or lettering. Yeah, colors. Honestly, I can't get enough of this series. The artwork is just phenomenal. The storytelling is just so great. And honestly, it's just really raw and just captivating at all times. And this concludes the first arc. And then we have Extremity issue number 10. And this is one of my favorite series for 2017 as well, at least from Image. And we get some new information about Shiloh, the robot, and how, why that machine was created. A bit more knowledge, and honestly, it's just such a fun and thrilling ride, and heartbreaking at times too. And what's special about this one is I sent in a letter to the creative team, and they printed it, which I find neat. So yeah, this is awesome. Mr. Miracle, issue number 6 by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits. What is left to say about this series? It's just a phenomenal series, and this issue is just so great. They talk about Mr. Miracle and Big Barda talk about just daily routine stuff and remodeling their condo or their apartment as they fight the whole guard to get to Orion, or the High Father. And I won't spoil what happens when they get there, but it's just a phenomenal series. If you haven't picked it up, just pick up the trade that's bound to come. I'm just amazed at this series. I'm so happy that I picked it up. Then we have Batman White Knight, issue number 4 out of 8. And in this one, Napier kind of strikes gold in Backport. He kind of gets the people there riled up, and he clearly has a big plan for taking down the Batman and making him the villain of Gotham. And to be honest, I can see so many influences from The Dark Knight by Frank Miller in this. I think this is Sean Murphy's one of his great storylines. I'm just at awe with his artwork and his storytelling. And then we have a new maxi series by Marvel, Old Man Hawkeye. I just decided to pick it up because the artwork looked really cool in the previews, and Old Man Logan gets a companion series here, sort of. It kind of sets up the story quite well. It gets me interested in picking up the rest of the series, which I'm gonna do. And it's about him basically losing his Hawkeye vision, sort of, or starting to. He's getting, I think it was glaucoma or something like that, and he's going on a final mission. And then we have Grass Kings issue number 11, I think. Yeah. And then we have Grass Kings issue number 11 by Matt Kindt and Tyler Jenkins. This is just a great little series. You get some sort of a explanation to what happened to the teacher that was there before, but not a conclusion to the storyline. I think that's going into the next arc, expanding into that one. She was found strung up in her trailer, and what happens after that I won't go into, but it's a great series. It's a very slow burner, but it might be better in a collected edition, and the first hardcover is coming out soon. And then we have She-Hulk issue 161 of the Legacy numbering. She-Hulk must, or Jen Walters must die story arc. And I heard during the holidays that this is gonna be the last couple of issues. It's gonna end with 163, so 2 more issues to go. So in March it's gonna end, which is a bit sad. I enjoyed it. Was a bit on the fence with the last story arc with the cake baking and stuff, but this has been good. It's been fun. It kind of found its voice. It's gonna be sad to see it go. Then we have XO Manowar issue number 11. A new story arc continues the interlude issue with number 10. It's a radically different art style than the previous couple of arcs, and in this one we get to see Arik kind of shouldering too much responsibility. He needs to learn how to delegate, but he feels that once you do that, that's when corruption gets to fester in society, as he says it. And yeah, he kind of gets distracted a bit, and these bounty hunters that we saw in the previous issue kind of overpowers him and tricks him into leaving Shannara the suit behind. I enjoyed it. The artwork was a bit of a letdown, but still enjoyable. Just as too much of a radical change in art and coloring, but still the story is great. Yeah, here's Kill or Be Killed issue 15, one of my favorite series of 2017, and with this one we take a radically different approach. Different story lines up here, and we find out that Dylan has gone to a mental institution, and now we're gonna see how he ended up at that place and what happened as when we last saw him attacking the streets of New York, basically, or the Russian organized crime in New York. Yeah, the artwork is just phenomenal. The coloring is phenomenal. It's by Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, and Elizabeth Breitweiser. Fantastic series. Here we have another Valiant series, Ninjak number 3 by Christos Gage and Thomas Giorello, with Diego Rodriguez stepping in to fill in some flashback scenes. The artwork is just so good, and the series so far has been really good with the Ninjak papers, or Ninjak files. Ninja files, sort of, with the different letters for different generations of ninja within the MI6 service. I find it really gripping, the story, and it's a really interesting turn of events. With one of their own kind of going back to try and dismantle the whole program. And we have Sherlock Frankenstein with Jeff Lemire and David Rubin. It's from the world of Black Hammer, and each issue has been sort of a one-shot, kind of diving into the back story of each of the Black Hammer's previous villains from Spiral City and that world. This one kind of concludes this miniseries, and not before long we're gonna get another miniseries. It's gonna be called Dr. Star and the Kingdom of Lost Tomorrows. I don't know how long it's gonna run for, but it's listed as a miniseries. And the artwork by Max Fiumara is just... I got so interested with this, so I kind of immediately went along and put it on my pull list, even though I'm trying to cut it down. And then we have Batman Detective Comics, issue 972 and 973. It's the fall of the Batman story arc, with Clayface going crazy, basically. He's been tortured over time by the victim syndicate, and really, it's a good story arc. I enjoy it, which I have been for most part of Detective Comics. And in this 973 issue, we get more of this story arc, and we get Godzilla Clayface basically going crazy in Gotham. I won't spoil how it ends, but it's gonna get repercussions throughout. And then we have The Flash, issue 38 and 39. This concludes the Cold Day in Hell story arc. I enjoyed it, but it kind of fit with what the series has been doing lately. I'm not sure who is the mastermind behind the whole tricking Flash thing, but I might think it could be Godspeed. We'll see how it ends, but that arc kind of continued with this prelude or start for the Perfect Storm arc, with Gorilla Grodd kind of messing with Speed Force and Lightning and stuff. Great artwork. It's good to see Gorilla Grodd. I've seen him in the TV series, but I haven't read anything with him as the villain. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Joshua Williamson tackles it. Oh yeah, and here we have The Flash Annual #1. It's a prelude to the Flash War that's coming in the summer. I think it's gonna be a sort of a event book. Hopefully it's not gonna do what the Flashpoint did. I don't think it's necessary either. But artwork by Howard Porter is great. and overall I enjoyed the story, and we'll see what the Flash War is gonna be, but I guess it's gonna be Wally West not agreeing with Barry Allen and something like that. That's at least what this issue hints at. And the hunt for Tony Stark, or search for Tony Stark, continues with the Invincible Iron Man issue 596. In this one we have Riri Williams, her stuff being taken away, and Victor Von Doom fighting some villain syndicate. Yeah, I really enjoy Alex Maleev's artwork with this series. They do make up a great team, Bendis and Maleev. And now that Bendis is leaving for DC, maybe Maleev might join him as well. Maybe he's locked in a contract, I don't know. And Stefano Caselli's artwork also works really well with this series. I like the mix with two artists like that, and we'll see where they find Tony Stark and how he's doing when they find him. We'll see. It's I hear Dan Slott is taking over after Bendis. That's gonna be interesting. And here we have Batman issue 38 and issue 39. Both of these are sort of one-shot issues, I believe. Maybe this will continue into a new arc. And the origin of Bruce Wayne is a bit of a mislead. We get like the origin of Sass, I think, instead. Honestly, I enjoyed the issue. The artwork was great by, what's his name? Travis Moore. Overall, I enjoyed the series and I enjoyed the issue. With this one, Joel Jones is back on art, and we get like Eternal Warrior holding off some demon sort of monsters, and apparently they didn't know that time moves a lot quicker in that realm. How this works, I don't know, but yeah. This scene I enjoyed. And then we have Crosswind, issue 6 out of 6 so far. Apparently this is gonna be continued in 2018 now. We get a conclusion, not what I expected, but we get kind of a cool conclusion to the series. Not the regular Hollywood-esque conclusion that's usually what's happening. But this is comics, so you can do whatever you want with it. It's an Image book, so you can always do whatever you want with it. Overall, I enjoyed the arc, or the series, the story, and the artwork. It was a fun, interesting read. Yeah, here we have Hawkeye, family reunion. The legacy numbering is not affecting this series. And the series will end in issue 16 in March. It's a bit sad, but yeah, I've been enjoying the series so far. It's fun and quirky. I like Kate Bishop as Hawkeye, and now we get to see Clint Barton as well as Hawkeye, traveling to LA to assist or get assistance. And catching up on what happened here once she got here. Yeah, overall a good series, sad to see it go. Here we have a new series from Image, or sort of new series, The Gravediggers Union by Wes Craig and Toby Cypress. We always start off with a couple of pages drawn by Wes Craig, and then Toby Cypress go on to take over art duties for the present day time, basically. And it's interesting. The artwork is quite good, very sketchy, loose artwork, and the story is hinting at something really big. What that is, I'm not sure, but it's intriguing and keeping me to wanting to know more and wanting to read more. So yeah, the artwork and the coloring kind of reminds me a bit, or at least the coloring reminds me a bit of what Matt Hollingsworth did with Witches. And then we have Royal City number 9. A nice little wraparound cover like this. This is Jeff Lemire's follow-up to what was XX County, sort of. And I enjoy it. It's kind of gearing up to what is the inevitable end to the arc. And the reason, I guess we might find out the reason for Tommy, if he killed himself or if he died, and maybe we will get some answers. But there is something going on in this city, which I find interesting. And Jeff Lemire, I'm a big sucker for his storytelling, so yeah. And then we have The Punisher, The Platoon, or Punisher, The Platoon, the miniseries by Garth Ennis and Goran Parlov. Such a great series, really interesting to know more about how and where the Punisher came from, and how he came to be, or what he did during the Vietnam War. We get a bit of that with the Punisher Born miniseries, but this kind of follows that up, or continues that. And yeah, if you're waiting for the trade paperback, go ahead, get it. I can recommend this for the Punisher fan. And then we have Batman Detective, the what is a origin story to Clayface, I'm being told. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what this annual does for Detective Comics. And then we have The Defenders issue 9, and I haven't seen a real solicit for issue 10 for the coming couple of months. So maybe this is going on a hiatus thanks to Bendis leaving, and they haven't really found a replacement for his duties yet. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what this Kingpins of New York storyline is gonna be. Artwork is great. Apparently, maybe that's Bendis, I don't know. No. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what this is, if they continue the series or if it's cancelled. I don't know. And that's it. That's my whole video. It's a bit of a long one, but hopefully if you stuck around this far, maybe you have a couple of questions for me. If you do, leave them down below in the comment section. Until next time, have a great week of reading. Bye bye.